guys, today I am back to film my second Pan That Palette update. This month went okay. I feel like it could have went better, but I am really excited about next month. I started out this month really well, but I just kind of as the month went on, I kind of just dropped off and didn't do as well. So this is what my palette looks like. I imagine it probably looks pretty much the same as last time I showed it, but I'm going to kind of go through and explain everything. So kind of starting with the first two colors here, the purple and the brown. Again, use them a ton to set liner with and that kind of thing. The brown color here, I don't know if it's going to pick up on it, but it actually has a really deep dip right here by my finger. So this is for sure, I think, going to be the next shadow to hit pan. And that's actually kind of my goal for next month, is I want to see pan on this shadow in particular. The purple, it, definitely got some use and it's changed some, but it's really, I mean, there's nothing, I don't know, super noticeably different about it than last time. So next is the orange and this pink color. The pink I'm going to start with because the pink I'm actually somewhat proud of. First of all, it's what I have on my lids today, but today when I was, thinking about the fact that I do have to film this update, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just not doing very well. I wonder if there's anything I can kind of, use the products for that isn't actually an eyeshadow. So I actually have the eyeshadow on, like I said, on my lids, but I actually have it on as my blush today too. And I have to say, it is one of the most beautiful blush colors I've ever seen. It's beautiful because it's that pink with that gold shimmer or shift to it. It's like a blush and highlighter all in the same product. It's wonderful. They should make that into an actual blush because I would definitely buy it. But I really like it. The copper shade, well, I plan to keep that up, so I'm kind of hoping that that'll pan a little bit faster now that I am going to be using it as a blush. However, because the pan is really small, it can be kind of hard for me to get my blush brush in there. So I do have to kind of, lightly kind of tap into the product and that kind of thing. But I think that's going to start panning a lot faster, obviously, now if I'm going to be using it as a blush. So I'm going to keep that up going into next month. Onto the copper color here. This I did use a little bit, but not much. I do love using it as a transition color, but I just haven't been into super warm kind of looks, I guess. It's still really cold here and stuff, so I've kind of been gravitating more towards cool tone stuff, I feel like, or really neutral makeup. So I haven't used that one a ton, but I did throw this Pop Beauty trio in here, kind of in my unofficial weekly makeup basket. So I'm going to be pairing this with, this little trio here, and I think that'll definitely help kind of get a little bit more use. This copper color here is kind of similar to this one, but the colors in here are so buttery and creamy that they're almost kind of metallic. The finish is kind of more metallic-y. So since this is kind of more of a satiny thing, I think I will be able to use it as a crease color instead. But I'm going to pair those together and we'll kind of see how that goes. So I'm hoping there'll be a little bit more progress with that copper color after next month. The gold and burgundy in this row, the burgundy is starting to get a little bit of a dip. Hopefully you'll be able to kind of see that, but that is actually what I have on my lower lash line. If I take just a very small amount on a pencil brush and rub it along my lower lash line, it just looks, I don't know, it just looks naturally defined, and I have been really into that lately, so it has been the perfect shadow for that. I've kind of fallen in love with it for that. But I do want to use it for some other things too. So next is the gold color here. The gold, I thought that this was going to work as a face highlighter, but I don't think it's going to. I have it on, and on camera it looks beautiful, but in person it's just almost too pigmented, and it kind of comes off I don't know, it just doesn't look very pretty in person as a face highlight. Just something about the tone of it is off and doesn't really work as a face highlighter. So I'm gonna have to keep just using this as an eyeshadow or come up with something else for it. But I was like, if this would work as a face highlighter, it would go so fast. However, it's just not going to. Just something about it tone-wise is off. But this, has a pretty good dip in it. My finger was kind of in the dip there. But that's what it looks like there. So I don't know. Kind of sad. The last row here is this purpley taupey gray color in the black. The black, of course, got used to set liner quite a bit. And I did use it for a couple other eyeshadow looks too, I think, but nothing significant. Still no dips really, but again, I haven't been concentrating on one place with this. I've been just kind of all over using it. So, and then this taupey purple color, I don't think I've used it at all. I've been meaning to use it this month, but I just never really got around to it, especially since it is kind of more of a cool toned color. It does have a little dip right here, my finger is though, so I mean, it's already got a dip started at least. So that is where everything's at. Like I said, not amazing progress, but like I'm not super disappointed with it either. And again, I am using the shadows kind of all at once. I'm not just panning one shadow at a time with this palette, so I think the progress will come. It's just gonna come kind of bursts almost, like I'm gonna hit pan on a couple shadows at the same time, that kind of thing. So even though it doesn't look like much, it is actually a pretty decent amount of progress for this month, and I am pretty happy with it. I really hope though to kind of step it up more going into this next month and kind of have more dramatic progress. Especially with the pink color. If I keep using it as a blush, I think it'll be around probably about a month, and that'll probably be about the end of that shadow then. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!